And good afternoon, all. We are live once more. I see I have the same number of dedicated viewers as I once did before. It's great. Anyway, I'd normally chit-chat to all of you out there because with no one's wanting to talk to me right now, let's actually do a quick recap. In our last great adventure, we wound up first of all, going up against the Tower of the Telophoroi, only to find out that Fandandrel and his nefarious ways have kidnapped our alchemist friend, imprisoning her in the Tower of the Telophoroi. The most menacing mechanications it has all upon itself. Anyone who would be removed from the tower is all killed. Trying to strike at the tower sends a monster after you. No further leads here, our heroes return to Charlian to find out what they could about the Forum's plans. In a great set in deeds that was pretty mundane, helping people catch rodents and birds and help with plants and seeds, not much was learned from them except they were preparing for something that, when they discovered a problem with the ethereal sea, it started all this conundrums. But because they earned the warring eye of the Forum, they are forbidden from digging deeper into this mystery. Instead, they have proposed a way to deal with the Telophoroi's tower. And now, back once again in Thafnir, our heroes try to deal with this great problem. Time now for the next entry into all things. Little background noise here, but away we go. Once again, hiding out in the alchemist's main lair. And once more, let's get some apple and oranges. Get out the truck. Yahoo! We got a whole chunk of lager there. Some people watching again will notice that our experience bar has indeed moved yet again. This is because there are things we do offline that is not part of the broadcast because they are not to the main story quest at this point. Drive through this gap. Yes, we can. Haha! Success. So, once more up the beach we go. This will most likely lead us to a duty roster. Once again, we've been racing chocobos offline. And that's still in that area, isn't it? Over here somewhere. Maybe? Let's go have a look anyway. No, you can't. Indeed, the TOS says don't do that. It's an RMB thing, or real money transfer. Ah, there's one here. I am being stupid. Get another Aether Current. Hurrah! Imagine getting banned, period. Oh, these guys are eyeballing it out here. And this is where a gentleman And the name of Gil says, I love you too. It's called being banned. And dirty things. I did it for loot things. That's not weird. I don't loot in public no more. Oh no, I'm being attacked by a walrus. I imagine that this is based off the real-life walrus. Oh, we've got a boss train or a hunt train going for a fate train. Those are great once you actually have all the zones souped up so you can actually zippity-boo bop around. So, we don't. Alright. Not a bean. Meet with the guy at the hatchery. Stand by the boat. Boat. That boat. We do have a dungeon here. We're going to do it by a trust because it's always good to do the first one by trust anyway. Especially if you're DPS. I don't have the trust system up very high at all. But the trust system basically is a way to solo play the game without having to worry about other people. For those who are aware of it, it's like, yeah, we know. But for those who are just watching just because they don't have the game, then that's what it is. I'm aware. Handout. Break your monopoly on primals. In that case, they're all yours from now on. You got them, then. Right, the healers are going to try to keep the prisoners alive while everyone else basically dives in through the front door and kicks the tail out of them. Right, it'll be Thancred tanking, Alizé on DPS, Alphino on healing. Yes, I'd have to wonder if you're playing a healer, if does it automatically adjust appropriately to bring along Stola instead. Or if you're tanking, Thancred goes with them. You know, he can't technically heal. Alright, so aside from goofing on this one, here we go. Now the question is it a duty, or is it a... Yep, Tower of Zot is now accessible. Your duty finder has been updated with the new regular duty. Yay! Guess he's coming along anyway, right? So you would trust they're going to line up this way when you first go for it. I always recommend it this: commence, trust. It's a half-hour wait otherwise, and if you're not sure of the dungeon, and this is the first time I'm running it, it's wise to either watch something like on YouTube quickly before you do a dungeon, just get a rough idea what you're going on to, or no one's been there before, no one's done the, hey, this is, mystic and all of what we do, then it's wise to sort of... When did Power Rangers get here? Rita Repulsive is building her putties again. A bit of a beating to put down. I'll admit that one. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, we got the three sisters. Well, that was not foreshadowed enough. Mindurva. Alright. What mechanical things do you know? Maybe there's more. Sprint fast enough. That's my fault. I goofed. I did not run fast enough. I did not move fast enough on that one. That is entirely my own splat. Well, that's the disadvantage of running on your own, is you cannot make mistakes. If you mistake and you die, so you're running with a team of 4, if you make a mistake and die, as long as the healer can get you up, which usually is fairly quickly, so, you know, running with a team is definitely more forgiving. Than running on your own, but running on your own, like I said, you can see the advantage of learning a fight the first time through. So we went on that one. So here we go again. In Durva, let's go.
You cannot stop us!
Wait, what? I'm done. Wait a second here.
I have you!
Advertising this. Trust me, I've not seen this before.
You're mine!
First pass. Wait, hey, Sabaton's appeal. Oops. Better check that out, actually. Before we go any further. Everybody slops, right? Sabatons. Yeah. That's interesting. Where are they? The boots. Okay, fine. Can't do this in normal run. So their boots. And there they are. Alright. So it's 81 gear, 520. Current gear is 530, so technically there should be almost nothing here downstairs. So maybe a ring of casting, but all the rest of the gear is going to in SCA's going to take all the rest of the gear from it. Noise! Alrighty.
You're mine!
Chests.
You're mine!
I assume there's a trade copper. That looks a lot. Yeah, another Garlean. Still.
I have you now.
It's 81 vending. Haven't we?
My turn! You're mine! You're mine!
Sapphire cap. Sorry, emerald. That's sapphire.
I have you now.
My turn!
I've got a button on my mouse that changes it basically bottom to top. And then one more to go to 5. Right? So my mouse 4 is my control key. So these are all on control, these are all on alt, this is all basic. So I go basically 4, 5, 5, 5. That button there. Jump up a level. Alright. This is the Weaver chick. She's got like a lance, so this ought to be interesting. What are we? Bahamut spoon? Fair enough. Go get it, Tancred.
On guard.
You're mine! You're mine! My turn!
What can I move?
You're mine!
Let's give him a show.
Try and stop it!
You underestimate me.
You're mine!
This thing again. Only one's not moving. And I suspect there's going to be a fight with all three of them at the end. Okay, so let's compare this thing. So, as we can see, I've got a little more critical hit, a little more intelligence, a little more determination, a little more vitality. So, if you got the augmented stuff from Gilmore, you don't need the first level of gear. You can buy that currently with Poetics. So if you do something like any dungeons that give you Poetics from the daily roster, there you are. Arf.
You're mine!
I'll die. Oh well. The tank to pick that up. Come on.
You cannot stop us!
That was a little bit creepy-ish. Thought there was a treasure chest maybe on the side. There we go. Golden sling. I don't know. Did anyone actually buy that? Either way, I can always drop it off for seals. So, I'm not fussy about that. Have a Chaos Emerald. Terrible jokes, terrible jokes.
You're mine!
Yeah, I'm making both. Okay. I was worried there for a second. I was just bonking nothing. I was just going kablooey. Ooh, that's not good. Can I pop the other one? Oh. Uh-oh. Quick cutscene. No matter what, we must protect the tower. Who's the other two? Drop. Okay, so at least I've seen that, so which way are we going? Up here. Mapping the realm. Hurrah! Alright. We have no idea about this fight. First time. In fact, but judging by the fact that the arena is divided into 1, 2, 3 zones with a triangle in the middle, and there's 3 here, and there's 3 sisters, I would say that we're about to basically play a game of hopscotch. Oh, crap. That was me. My mouse. Shite. Only one way to learn a fight, and that's to do it. Even if you pre-watch the fight. And this one's a busy fight. Thought I missed something. I had a feeling I saw it. Missed it the first time. All right. I got a whole hour to figure this out, so we're not that bad a player. Yeah, I prefer to use mouse clicks on abilities because it just helps me that much more think what I'm up to. All right. That was disgusting. So I got 2 deaths in there. Blurf, blurf, blurf. I'm glad he joined in at the last moment. Dun-dun-dun. Alright, we learned Ruin Mastery. And even better, our gear's damaged. Yay! Repair all. Yes, please. Wait, why is it better that? Because now, because I have the ability to repair my own gear, I now have 189% repair on my gear. Oh. And a Monstrum Gunblade. Oh, I can't talk to you. What does that look like? The advantages of this. Try on, please. Uh-oh. I'm in my this. Display gear. Yep. Oh, I am not a fan of that one. Purple edges to it. Still not a fan of that one. Now, here's the fun part. I'm probably going to have to do most things via the trust system when I first do them because A, it's the easiest way to learn what the fights are all about. It really is. And second, when you're a DPS class, generally you've got about a 20-minute plus wait.
Is everyone all right?
Oh, quite all right. Oh, Kyle.
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
Giggity.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Stola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core.
Oh.
A man's limb.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
I love the single dimension he is. This is what we're gonna rake? Yep, break it. Breaks it.
And that should be the end of it.
Nope. Guys, we haven't been standing.
What now?
Oh, I don't know. The whole thing's coming down around.
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
We might have needed that
Wait for
information.
you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
Mass Featherfall! Well, that was fun. You know, that need-to-know basis, the whole thing's gonna come crapping down on us. Oriander, next time, you might want to give us those details in advance. Please.
What happened? Where are we?
On the beach.
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
Is he just fine, or is he more beat up than normal?
Raha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
Is he unconscious, or has it done more damage to himself for that?
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Good. Let me slap Oriander around the backside of the head.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
There's nothing dangerous on the island. Let them sleep.
They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
Oops, dropped the pen.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
Yay! We actually get to run around in the city now. Only for me. Huzzah! Speak with Tancred. For as multidimensional as Sinian is, I must admit, I do love how one-dimensionally he can act sometimes. That's what we got him to wreck. Yep. Wreck. Bam. Quest complete. Yes. See, now under my duties, we should have trust. You can see we have Tower of Zod. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so scenario is just them on their own, but if you're actually doing their avatar proper, you have to level them up. Your avatar can do any of the things, so that gives you sort of 2 tanks and 2 healers and 3 DPS. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I agree. Get in the car. Oops. By the way, I forgot. We need to eat more oranges. Eat. I'm in the back here, people. Who needs hydraulics when you've got explosives? Still streaming to, well, nobody to say hi to in the stream while we're driving along. So, hi stream, how we do? Oh, we look over regularly to say if there's anyone there or not. You know, regular streams, regular things. People say you have to grind it badly. I'm probably at the bottom of the chart, sitting there at the bottom with like a dozen other people going, come on, come on, come on. Do you do it for fame? Do you do it for fortune? You do it for the lulz. We do it for the lulz. And for the community. Oh, you know, parts like this, the drive, the weight thing, it's a little more bearable when you have someone else to just basically, you know, joke and can stand all sorts of hilarity with. Nice! They're gonna let us in the first place, and then we get to drive around all normal. Sinian is now gonna follow you around. Hurrah! Nothing. Yep, fair enough. I suppose I have to chit-chatter with this guy first. Yeah, right, no. We'll be back. Good to be back. Any way through here? Nope, this looks like a stably thing, and it's sort of it's sticking out snap. Fair enough. Besides, I'd rather wander through the streets of random when just basically exploring. I've done it with many a city before too. Not just in-game either, just like general mayhem. It's like, I got the city to explore. Nice. More fun this way. Lala fell on the roll of cloth. Needy. Emethea. Suddenly self-conscious. Brightly colored brickwork on brickwork. Oh, there's a picture spot if ever I saw one. Again, one day I may do that. This actually is the way out. I just thought I was a set of windows to look for. Some sort of... Huh. Someone's definitely here. I mean, we've got dozens of people all hanging out here. Yep, we'll grab that ether light there. So unless there's some sort of neat show or something... Grab this one, and then we'll grab this one over here. I forget what that instrument is. Oh, there's another picture place over there. Someone's found their way over there. Endwalker. I guess they've already completed the main story point as well. Is this the... Could be. Tell. Fair enough. See if I'm paying super duper attention to where I've been. Terrible. Where are we? I don't know. This way. This is a maze. Amazing. Where the water all comes from. Like a giant spring coming up through the middle of the city, and it just like pours down this sort of river gully. It's always a fun thing to watch from game design and general city designs. It's nice to have a natural formation of water. You gotta be careful when you do it that it actually makes, well, sense. Nice. Can't go through that way. Maybe we can. Maybe this door. It does open. Look at that. And there's the ether light. Hey, Serene. Is a Serena ferry out? Nice. Gilmore. And we have another summoner over here with... Oh, right. Well, let's have a look what's up here. Summoning bell for bits and pieces. Armors, gemstone trader. Put up on there for another photo opportunity. And otter. You go anywhere you want. It's here. Okay, we've attuned to this one too. It's even more confusing with water comes from if we're up high and look over this harbor down there. Wait. We're high and what? We'll try it. Rowena. Melder and vendors. Nice. Rowena does like her Bulgarian to do the work. Curious people. Ooh. Okay, so there's collectibles here. Raw. Yeah, save on that. Let's go this way. No, let's not go that way. This is a silly way. Back up these stairs and back around this way to get up here. I'm sure Steve would get quite angry with me the way I navigate all over the place. I was hoping the ether light would be there, but apparently not. Apparently we jump out of the jump out the window as well, so I guess the center of this sort of residential sort of area. So I suspect if I jump, I don't know if Yesenia would follow me down. So we'll take the regular way down. With just absolutely blow chunks to basically... That has to be someone's doing. don't know what does that yet. I can't point to either reef or scholar. Next corner. Only on the premise that the two new classes doesn't mean it can't be a new ability added to one of the other classes. I just suspect it's one of those ones. I wonder if anyone can see a Stynian or not. I mean, probably not. Let's say a Lancer has to be a root, right? As we head straight up. Straightforward enough. We already went running around the city. We did. I'm glad I decided to wear a tall coat. Ugh. It's the only one I'm missing in the Airship Landing. Did we get that? Ah! The Airship Landing. Hold off at 5. Nice. Stairs across the bridge. Can't miss it. Oh, there's a moment to think. That's pretty much the end of all these things where everyone else was standing. What's this Indian thinking? I don't think they're trying to make it into a maze. Places like this usually build up around certain things. Time and time again, they will continue to build up around things. Aha, we've been expecting you. Teleport. Good. It's good. Oh. Hey, more cool stuff. I don't know. Definitely would like. I don't know. Would these rugs look well in my office, in my personal quarters? Probably, maybe. I don't know. Thinking about it, outside of Alphano, no one else has really dealt with the Grand Worm on their own.
Are we the last to arrive?
Raha
I
should just be-
hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Indeed. Where's your Stola?
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
As are we.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales.
Oh, we've got a weapon now.
Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzathan.
Hooray!
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
Fair enough. I should make a great change to the fights in Eorzea.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Yowie!
'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Yowers! Those gotta be pulled out. Pink, ow, pink, ow, pink, ow, ooh.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
There's the Heavens Ward theme in the back.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom we must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsummer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
I have a dirty suspicion we may have to head back to the Etheric Sea now.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
She has the cute down. She has the cute down.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Are you actually going to show up Midgardsummer?
In accordance with the covenant he forged with Hydaelyn, the stewardship of this star hath ever been his purpose. Silence in the face of thine actions is the greatest sign of his approval.
I guess.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsummer's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a to cease.
Yeah.
More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
We know. Puppy Mo. Feel ya. And a smile for each of them.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
It's a date, my dude. It's a date. Story time. Another time. Yay! And here we go. Fish flower? Well, that's what those are. Fair enough. Mulberries are always good. Silk for silkworms and silk for colorful silks. I will have to find out what the airship travel cost is here. All around the mulberry bush. Isn't that the way it goes? All around the mulberry bush. The weasel chased me. Ah! Chase me, weasel. Well, let's see where this door takes us. You don't know? I don't know. Go down. Stairs go down. That hell of a machine. Look at that. What else is in here? That's it. Side corridor that goes down to something that may be a questy type spot later on, but that's about it. Here to hit great news! Hurrah! I think so. I could do with a good vindaloo. Honestly, a good vindaloo with nice, fragrant jasmine rice. One could not be happier.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroi's base of operations.
Take out the towers as we go.
Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated.
I like where
To
her head
which
is.
end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then.
Good.
Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Shouldn't we,
Please, I must speak with you.
Oh, she's up and well.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
You're up.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently.
such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Well, we're not out of the woods yet.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
3 boxes full.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
No.
Look at that! Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
Akasha?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
I think that's it.
You imply that it is distinct from ether.
Us foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows.
Yes.
Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest.
Oh, hell.
But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research.
Still.
Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Oh. I think you've just found...
Nonsense! You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Flower will show you the way. Akasha. new energy to harness.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the annex.
I honestly think that's a dumb thought. I think that we should be better off.
And we will be in
sending
touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
I have a silly feeling that the council's going to be a bunch of dorks with them. We stored them at the annex, and the forum stole them and buried them underneath because they're dorks. Well, congratulations, dorks. And it's now time for a quick break, I would believe. I think so. There are no airships leaving here at the moment, so I have to teleport out of here. So if I look at the... Hang on, others? Ugh. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. It cost me more money than I just made to teleport over there. My response is absolute that one. The Limsa then, the lower decks. Zip off to the arcane skills. I'm going to travel time instead of money. But time for a stand up and a stretch, I think. Oh, needed that. Stand up and a stretch. Ugh. Oh, they disappeared. Reception, huh? Fair enough. Why teleport here to Limsa? Again, I have a zero cost on that because I've got a security short cable for my headphones. A security token. Yes, please. I'll take the boat to Charlia, which works like an instant teleport. That only costs me 300, and it costs me nothing because of my security token transport to Limsa. So, I'm sure some other people paid the 1,800 cost for that. I'm sure they'll be like, it's cost so much for the teleport and to come over here. Watch me on my channel go, dirty, just dirty. Beep, beep. Bleep, 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 bleep. What's the general rasabas about for here? Small price to pay, I'm afraid. What if I'm relaxed instead? Relaxed? Anyway, I think we're just going to do a quick cutback for a moment, and we'll just take a quick chit-chatty-doo break. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go to a quick break while we find a quick case of relief, because it's just one of those things we need to do. So, good stretch, good drink, get your snacks. We'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. Oh, dudios. So, we're all coming right back to this one here, chat, so let's drive straight back into it. Bring cut sounds over just to drastically drop the jazz and bring everything up. Oh. Let's see if the dumb continues. Hey, Kryle. Yeah. Vlad. Blah, blah, blah. Some rest. Yeah, why not? Quest complete. You want to go to bed? Stay up all night and jump on it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. What's this book say? Okay. The flower shows me the way. If I can... Technically, it means... I would have put it there.
Take heart and protect them well.
Think of your heart. Think of your emotion. To be able to change the color.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
Ooh, you got fish and chips?
We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Good, not that standard bread. Ooh, strawberry tart. Ryle looks much cuter with the bow in her hair. Damnation.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
I think he's more into brooding, though.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, come on. If Estinian doesn't get his daily
Oh,
brooding...
I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare?
Yes.
Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? 'Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path.
Indeed.
I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
Pizza!
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
Take that half cookie she's offering. Nope. odds are better anyway.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh.
Well, I polished that off well enough. Considering there's only 2 full-size individuals there, I have to blame Alisley there. She must have packed it away most of it. And Mooney is out.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Yep, she swiped something else off of Raha's plate. There it is, green. Oh, Mr. Miserable, what are you up to? Hello, Xenos.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom.
He doesn't give a snot.
Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes... questionable.
He doesn't care about your dumbass plan. He hopes I strike him there.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No.
No. All else is... equal.
Die by the sword of the one you hate.
Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow, until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before.
Boring way to say he's only got one condition.
Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable.
He's a mental.
You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Uh-huh. One wants revenge and the other wants to set the world on fire, and they're both happy in doing so. Hey, it's a progress board. I hate that. Self-Trudus. What do I see? It's right there. Not there. Outside, hiding in the corner somewhere. Nope. It's just taking forever to load these. Very best put on the armor of a dyke defense. Generally, direct hit crit. A beautiful dancer has appeared before you. And Graha is here as well. Yeah, possible. I say it's a good one. That's a fair enough call. Nope. Get that fan speed up. Get the fan speed. What do you mean the fan speed? Well, my mouse has been... the colors on my mouse have been set to basically... How's he doing? Poke himself in the eyeball yet? Well, as I was saying before, distracted, which is very easy. I've got the color stripes of the LEDs on my mouse markered to the temperatures of my graphics card junction, main junction, and the CPU main junction. It's cool. It means I can just basically look at my mouse, and if they're green, they're in temperature. If they're yellow, they're on the edge. You know, they're in the sort of top end of it. And if they start going orange, it's like, Perhaps you should basically look at why your PC is beginning to overheat. I just looked down at the mouse, and it's just like, yeah, on CPU, which is doing all the rendering for the video piece up for stream, just had a case of, yeah, you gotta, you know, just a little extra do render right there, probably from the load and everything else, and had to catch up. On average, the processor on this is only, what, stonking at give me a second here. I don't mean to pull my book out for a moment. What is my stonk on this one? CPU utilization, 31%. So, periodically, you know, the fan is quite happy blowing air across it. It's not air cooled, not liquid cooled. Good. That's really funny, right? Thaliak, when you first start building your characters, you're allowed to select a guardian. It's basically based on whatever. I selected the scholar as mine. I was planning to build, like I said, an arcanist before I, you know, just because it could be healer or damage dealer. Scholar and scholar kind of was a bit of funny as well. But, you know, knowledge to mages and stuff like that. So. Ah. Well, it's less to do with fraternities then. Gain, occult, astromancy, countless other fields, standing as proud as... Stole your thunder. Also knows their notorious master debater. Terrible. Oh, this ought to be funny. I love the jazz undertones right here. Sax is just nice to play it out, right? Oh, come on. You can tell almost this because, like, almost they all have Wib in their names. Summoning Bell. What else you gotta say about all this? Ah. This ought to be funny then. Telophoroi. What's that name? Highly. Wait. That name just bangs so. What are we here? Telophoroi. Chloe Telophoroi as well. She's not me cute, I will be most upset. She is. Queen. I'm more interested in introducing you to two little Mikote girls. One, I think, because they both share your last name, I have a suspicion that they're your sisters. Alright, okay, fine. Turned in a whole bunch of gooey goos, gunky stuff here. Sort of like Sky Builder's scripts and stuff like that. Eh? Oh yeah, she's an Telophoroi. What's behind door number 3? More doors. Aha! I found you. Oh.
Ah, I remember you.
Maybe I'm the only one wearing this coat here.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Montoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
Right.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Oh, I'm up for a sit down. Called a choker for a reason. Well, she's impressed.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
No, I haven't really.
The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third? Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would become illegible.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
Seventh Umbral Era.
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm.
Yes.
But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
Unintended consequence.
The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
I think that's definitely one of the places we have to go.
For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form.
Alternative schools are more correct. The alternative schools.
Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Well, knowing what we know about the first, second theory is more plausible.
Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought, or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you.
Yay!
I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Tasty. Oh, that I'm thankful.
And I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
It's Chloe Aliapo, and it's Zolia Aliapo. I will accompany that point. Okay. It's a gathery type quest setup. It's fine. Another wonderful coat wearer. This is a greener, you are this, that, and the other. Not actually. I know, it's fun, isn't it? Computer weapon coffer. Don't tell me. Oh. Luncheon toad leather, enchanted hydurium ink, amaranth. Mix of amethyst and citrine? Horse chestnut lumber. That makes that, I guess. Capital idea. Ahoo! What else is new? Oh, do time to go on the offensive? Really saying? Must seem the winds are blowing that way. Let's see what awaits us. I mean, yes, they're not in storage anymore. Bets. Clunk, clunk, clunk. It's the upstairs. We broadcast from the basement. To command room Limsa Laminsa. That's easy. We'll just go straight there. Talk with the Admiral. I don't know if that's just where everyone's going to go talk with this, everyone goes talks to the admiral, if everyone's going to actually have to go off to their particular group they're signed to. Now that would be interesting. Well coded as well. Unfortunately, I refused to sign on with any of the other groups. So, command is just this way. There we are. Are. Get the lead out there, soldier. Bum, bum, bum. Aha! He's got away with words. What do you need, Connie? Go. Here we go. Yes. And it's going to give you strategic and political gain anyway, but still. Yes, it is. They're pumping it somewhere. Strike team. Well. As a storm captain of Maelstrom. I'm duty sworn to fulfill these orders. No, I'm going, bye-bye. He's like, yeah, no, you. Yeah. Since the defeats of the ultimate weapon, I doubt this is going to be 500 from there to there. It might, but let's just do it. I suspect it'll be a 200, which means the jump from Ralgo's reach is the faster and cheaper teleport. And 291 makes it 600 and... No? 700 gil. So 700 versus 900. I saved 200. No, I could have just, you know. Flying cars. Electric flying cars. That. Right about where everyone's standing around. Hey, this. Yeah. Oh, you don't have to stand right on the dude to get access. Hey, Thremmer. Nice. On to war. Uh-oh. Hey, Gaius. After getting his butt kicked pretty hard at the Ultima Weapon fight, he sort of figured out that he hated the Asians. And he figured out what they were all about. Joy. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Bum, 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 bum. Damn it, people, don't stand on the quest givers, you scum!
By the 12.
Oh, is Lise coming with us? Hey! It's Connie's sister.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilzabard contingent.
There's my
Indeed,
scholar.
which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see
It's gonna be fun to watch
this mission
if you
through to
stole a
its end.
sister fights beside her.
We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
For those who are unsure, Yasola's sister acts as the quest giver for the summoner quests for
We
such a
too
long
welcome
time.
this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company.
Here we go.
Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Powder! Hey! Thaumaturges, it's Lise, it's the... Like I said, White Mage trainers. Oh, Connie's sister and brother are the White Mage trainers. The brothers there are the Thaumaturge trainers, and technically there's the Black Mage trainers there.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must.
Brother?
I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald.
Kind of hoping his sister was there too. She's cute. Freckles and red
To
hair
that
is always
end,
cute.
I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in
There
safe
she is,
hands.
Rayo.
Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughingstock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front. It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield. From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolain!
Ah, yes. Emanolain de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Dork. I razz you for that one.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Nope, they're here.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Uh-oh. Little son.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good.
Oh, don't use those words. I hate that.
It won't be easy.
I hate those words.
But we're all
the greater
determined
good.
to make this world a better place.
The greater good has been used to justify great and horrible
What
things.
lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted.
Puke the words when
I agree
someone
with
says
everything you said wholeheartedly.
For the good of people, equally is puke.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi.
So we gotta go the
As they
best part.
appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers.
Glacier?
From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
Guess we'll be doing some fighting and defending then.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Bing. Bing, bing, ding-a-ling. Boom, boom. No, seriously. I hate speeches that include the terms the greater good or for the good of the people or things like that. Despots and dictators have well overused those words to such a putrid description, in my opinion. Also, I want to really have a gift to my Scholar Summoner. Fair enough. Pugilist. Lancer Teps. We gotta go around and make sure everyone's got one, huh? I certainly hope I'm presenting you with boarding skills and not something else. Ever anyone gets this. I think just as a slide note, I think we need some furs for the Vera. I know they come from a warmer climate, and I have a funny feeling. Let's look at the weather address, and it's like I think the bunnies are going to little snow bunnies are going to be a little bit chilly in what they're wearing right now. Close, we got 2 minutes planned in transport, so we are running tight here. Don't have anything cooler that's got the warmer pull to it, I don't think. Tataru! Tataru. I can't ever say it right. One more? Nice. I appreciate the look. I know what I need. I know what I need. I have the other part of the glamour back at base. Any of those are armor craft. Let's take a look at cloth craft, master craft. Nope. Cool there. Wrong thing. About, it's a little short, wasn't it? Oh, no. Over here. Maybe. So that works. That also works. When you get a brand new thing, you've got to go through all your old recipes to find something that suits what you're doing. So if I'm going to find something, it's going to be in the bottom ones here. think they work well, though. And definitely on the not nice things to bump. That's a door cap for what I want to. That's way too cowboy. Don't think that works either. Those boots could do it. Gloves definitely have the look of a proper setup. Maybe add an explorer's cap and we can pull off a full winter look to it. I think so. I think we could do that, you know, do this new explorer's hat, my coat. Rod. No, I've lost it. Game log, please. Sky Pirate cast. And of course, there was those boots. Boots. Oh, nope, we're down one, wasn't I? Nope, down 2. 3. Oh, right. Furline Saurian. Well, I definitely think that would work quite well. Pity you can only look at one item at a time. All classes means it's glammable just about anyone. Well, I suppose the marketplace would be the fastest way to find out. I mean, I could craft them if I can do this, but let's just have a quick sticker point. Oh, right, there's no one here for that, is there? Nope. Great. Ooh. Quick trip back to lower decks then. Should be able to pick up an explorer's hat for 1,000. Pretty much. So we can quickly whip together. Let's see what this looks like when we put it all together. We'll throw it all in. Well, actually, we got to stop by the squadron, see what they've got done. So let's do that. That'll work. Walkers Alley, please. Unfortunately, they are US, and unfortunately, what do we say? Sky Pirates. Let's have this, playing that. Clubs of casting. Ah! It's not worth it. Glamours are always super expensive, aren't they? there you go. Oh, for the adventure. For the adventure. That time comes. Let's see how this goes. In this case, it was worth the try, you know. Oop, someone damn it. I know, Walkers to this 2 jumps, but I needed to quickly zip back and find out how badly the bank account was going to get wrong for that one. And it would get wrong way too harshly. So that will most likely be a run-off screen and get the gear together for a glamour plate for that one. Well, that's a duty, isn't it? Yep, we do not have time for that this time. That's a long run, so we're not going to cut for that. Tis a pity. We'll have to save that for the next one. And according to schedule, that probably won't be till Monday to continue on with the main quest. We will try to see what we can do maybe tomorrow or the day after, probably on the weekend, but my honest answers to that would probably be a little bit of behind-the-scene type maneuvering more than actual pushing through on this. So, I think this is a good enough point to call the end. I know everyone may not wish that, but that's just the way this one's going to turn out. So, we've traveled a far distance, we've come a fair way, and I can see all our wonderful bits coming together. So we'll continue our main quest playthrough, carry it on. Monday at the latest, if I can get an earlier one, I will schedule it in hand. But we shall see. In the meantime, we'll catch you next time at the same time, same channel. Back again. Laters.